If you think America's Got Talent, wait till you come to Prince George's County. That's our topic for today, coming up next on Community Uplift. Hello, I'm Denise Roberts. Welcome to Community Uplift. With so much of today's news reports about our youth revolving around crime and violence and the many distractions and temptations that can easily push our young people off track, it can be such a downer. And it can make you wonder, where can you find something positive for our kids? Well, the Gamma Pi chapter of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated is on to some good news about our young people, and it comes every year in the form of the chapter's Talent Hunt, a program that is open to high school students throughout Prince George's County. So today we are going to hear from the leaders of this very special program, and we also have a very special treat, one of the contestants from this year's competition. Joining us now is Brian Long, the bossalist of Gamma Pi chapter of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Welcome back to Community Uplift.
Thank you for having me.
So, Gamma Pi, as you know, works with the youth in so many ways. Can you tell me where the annual Talent Hunt program fits into your agenda?
Sure. Clearly, our chapter wants our young people to do well academically and to further their education in college, and then to move on into adulthood, and then to create their own career. However, but recognizing and promoting any special talents that our young people have also fits into that equation. Talent Hunts fits into the enrichment part of our young people's lives. It opens doors and enhances them to set goals as well as to achieve them. The Talent Hunt also underscores the importance of developing the whole person.
And how is this program set apart from your other programs that are geared towards young people?
Okay, well, our Talent Hunt program is a mandated program from our international headquarters. Each graduate chapter is required to have a Talent Hunt program every year. The Talent Hunt, as the Talent Hunt program, we are required to reach out and work with the local communities to identify students, young people who have special talents, and we bring them together and have them to display those talents on stage. In addition, we also not only have them to display them on stage, they compete. They go to our national level and they compete for prizes. Most of them are monetary prizes, but most of all, our Talent Hunt contestants are featured in our national magazine, and we hold them with high esteem. And our national magazine is The Oracle.
And what's the overall purpose?
Well, the purpose of the Talent Hunt is to help youth advance and get noticed due to the talents that they display. Talent Hunt serves as another venue or avenue to help identify some of the academically gifted and talented students. And also the purpose is to further develop those assistant talents, whereas one day those students may become a Lilting Price or a Dizzy Gillespie or a John Legend or a Beyonce or a Patti LaBelle, somebody that we know. And this is how it all gets started, working with them while they're young. And also the purpose is to showcase the variety of talents that is out here with our American youth.
That's so important, so important. How does this help students in their overall achievement?
Well, academic performance is enhanced by learning and displaying special skills or talents. Imagine the complexity of playing the piano or any musical instrument, or singing to musical accompaniment, or of having the ability to paint stunning landscape scenes. These talents and skills require a special degree of brain power. Now, it helps show the importance and value of hard work and striving for a goal. Learn to be the best that you can be at anything, whether it's mastering Beethoven or whether it's mastering algebra. Developing and honing a talent requires discipline, just like academics.
Do you get a lot of community involvement from the community with the program?
We get a lot of involvement from the community with the programs, especially with the schools, because we go out and we advertise our talent hunt program at the different schools within the Prince George's County. And that's where most of all the students come from that participate in the talent hunt program. And it's by the word of mouth, it's by brothers going out to visit the schools and put the word out with the principals and the guidance counselors, and they send us some students who are active, very active and talented, who would like to display their talents.
That's great. That's great. What about the leaders of the county? You know, any of our elected officials?
Yes.
Do they recognize this program?
Yes, they recognize this program. Our county executive, Brother Rashawn Baker, our county chairman, Brother Derek Davis, they're all very active with our chapter. They are members of our chapter, and they're very aware of the talent hunt. As a matter of fact, some of them, they do come and they participate as a speaker, or sometimes they get up and say words of welcome. Okay, great. And I'm just so glad that we're able to even bring recognition to this program, because, I know that you say that every chapter has a talent hunt. I'm thinking, and I want to just say that Prince George's County's chapter of Omega Psi Phi, their chapter is going to be more unique out of all the other chapters with this program. Would you say so? I would say so. Indeed, Gamma Pi will be unique as always.
Okay.
That's why we're known as the super chapter.
That's the super chapter. Okay. Understood. Okay. Well, Brian Long, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show today, and looking forward to having you back again to talk about your next program.
Thank you, and I look forward.
Okay. All right. Don't go away, because when we come back, we are going to hear so much more from an earlier conversation when I had the opportunity to sit down with Gamma Pi's Talent Hunt Program Director.
Up, college is hard. Down, those books are heavy.
My sport is football, but my passion is education.
Right up here.
So every year I take promising high schoolers on a college tour
Lights there, darts there.
to show them that higher education means a brighter future. My name is Nnamdi Asamoah. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
You can be a reader, tutor, or mentor too. Take the pledge at liveunited.org/volunteer.
Do you wear this?
Welcome back, and thank you for tuning in with us on Community Uplift. Joining us now is William Lloyd from Gamma Pi's Talent Hunt Committee. Welcome to Community Uplift.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit more about Talent Hunt and when it's held, and when is the next one going to be held?
Okay, the Talent Hunt is held at Charles Herbert Flowers High School here in Prince George County, and the next one would be March 11th. 2017. The program starts at 4 o'clock.
Okay. And who is eligible to participate in the program?
Well, the program is open for all 9 through 12th graders. You have to be a resident of PG County or go to a school in PG County. That way we can keep it open to kids that live here that do stuff like go to Baltimore School of Performing Arts and Duke Ellington, that travel outside our zone to go to school but live in the county. Okay.
How do these kids prepare for the competition?
Well, a lot of these students, that when they're preparing for the competition, they have whatever they're being judged in, the category that they've done. And it's something that they've worked on with other people, either if they're doing drama, it's because they're part of a play. Instrumentalists usually study privately or perform, in various venues, working their way up to coming into such a competition.
How do they learn about the program?
Well, most times when they learn it, it's usually through their high school performing arts teachers. Most of that information will go out at the beginning of the school year to the performing arts. By Thanksgiving, they have a hard copy in their hand as well as email. And then a lot of times the information is posted even at the local churches.
Okay. it sounds like a great program. What are some of the different categories?
The categories we have, like in art, you can do just regular drawings. We have photography, sculpture, and music, and they do contemporary, classical. Drama, they can do, I'm trying to think what is it called now, where they can do dramatic interpretations, you know, and dance, they can do movements. A lot of kids will come up with their own spoken word. So we try to have a category for most of the talent.
Okay, is the program modeled after, you know, one of the shows, the reality shows that we see on TV now, like America's Got Talent?
Right.
Or
We usually stay away from that, and we try to gear more towards the classical.
Okay.
So the stuff that people actually have worked on, and it's not like a gong show type event. We usually have kids come in and do an audition for us.
Okay.
And we usually try to keep up to 23 performing artists.
Okay.
And that way when you come in, we are able to give you, say, a 90-minute program, but it's entertaining.
Okay.
You know, you have no duds on the program.
Okay. How are the contestants judged?
The contestants are judged, and each category, we have actual professionals for those categories.
Okay.
So if you're an artist, we have either regular art people or art teachers. As far as musicians, the same thing. So there's no like radio personality coming in or celebrity judges. Even though we do have some high-powered people like Earth, Wind & Fire's manager, you know, Aretha Franklin, musical director, you know, stuff like that.
Actually come in and judge?
Right, they're actually coming in to judge.
That's awesome.
Because a lot of them are local.
Okay, okay.
And they enjoy doing it every year.
So what do the winners, or each winner, get out of winning the competition?
Okay, well, first of all, there's that monetary reward for first, second, and third place.
Okay.
Then as you win, we have a grand prize winner. The grand prize winner for our local is able to compete in a district. Our district is from Maryland up to New York. Then if they win district, then they're able to compete on a national level. So it's just tougher, better competition.
Okay. How many students would you say are initially auditioning?
Well, sometimes we can have up to 25 students auditioning at a time. But if you played or if you competed in it in the previous year, if you made it, you don't have to audition again. You're automatically grandfathered in. So that's why we have to, like I said before, we usually try to keep it up to 23 contestants.
Okay.
So that's why we end up a lot of times telling some, you know, thanks, you know, next year.
Okay.
Especially with the younger ones.
And are there opportunities for Gamma Pi to partner with organizations with the program or in planning the program, or?
Well, we have in the past with places like Kit Music that would let us borrow the baby grand piano. Sometimes some of the music stores will come in and also contribute a certain part, a monetary part. A lot of times when we do this, because it's on a high school level, you usually don't get that competitive edge if you were dealing with older students.
Okay. Older students like in college?
Like in college coming out, because you know that they're getting ready to come back. As far as come back, like when we get the piano donated for us, you know, the chances of a student buying a baby grand piano that's in high school, you know, so you're talking about anywhere from $12,000 to $35,000.
Sure.
Wouldn't happen. But if they're getting ready to graduate from college and they're professional, they're pianists, then, you know, they're looking at purchasing something.
Do you find any students that are, you know, have that serious passion about whatever their talent is?
Oh yeah, most times when the kids are competing like that, they normally are very serious about it and they like doing it, because when you start moving up, and one of the things that we have in there is when you do compete, you have to, like for music, you have to have it from memory. If you're doing spoken word or anything else, that has to be written out and turned into us. So a lot of it takes time because you have to memorize everything. And you're being judged on that as well.
Okay.
A lot of students that have left, that have been competed, but not only in competitions, but have won. You know, we go back where the first one started in the early 50s to now, you have people even like Eddie and Gerald Levert that were former winners, and the list goes on and on.
Former winners of what?
Omega Talent Hunt.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you know, if you start looking into the history and winners of, because each chapter is mandated to do this.
Okay.
So when you start looking nationwide at the different people who've won local and even district-wide, you start seeing a lot of familiar names. And we, even with our judges, a lot of the judges that we're able to have and keep are also like talent scouts and everything else because they know this is tomorrow's talent.
Okay, okay. What about the public school system? This seems like a really great opportunity to kind of forge a closer relationship with the schools and something that they would want to even be involved in, because I know that they have performing arts schools. I mean, has Gamma Pi, you know, looked into that area?
Right. Well, as far as the high schools go, I am a band director in one of the local high schools.
Okay.
So,
which high school would that be?
Charles Herbert Flowers
Oh,
High
yeah.
School. Okay. So that's also one of the reasons it's there. We have
Okay.
nice facilities and everything they need is there
Okay.
to operate this, and there's no like outside conflict.
Okay.
As far as whatever they need when they get in the door has already been set up, because with me being one of the co-chairs on the committee, planning's already done. Partnering with the high schools, a lot of times with the other teachers, really, the only problem that we run into is a conflict in scheduling. Like they might have something. There was a time when the county festivals were going on at the same time as our particular event, and it depends on when they had to actually perform for the county, which is also mandated for the various programs as to whether or not they could still come in and play with us. But we were still able to get a lot and, you know, put on a very respectable program.
Okay, okay. This seems like a very worthwhile program for students to want to participate in. How do you see this impacting kids in our area?
Well, one of the things it does, it gives them exposure. Because a lot of times with the kids that are doing classical, jazz, anything versus, you know, you have a lot of rappers out there, and we don't have that category. So, you know,
Why don't you have that category?
because there are other venues for them.
Okay.
You know, they have open mic night. They have, you know, various things that they can do all the time. You can, certain nights on radio stations, you know, they want to hear, you know, the best rapper to this song and everything else.
Sure.
The people who are studying otherwise need a venue in order to come out of. And this is one of the things that we're providing for them. If you're studying classical, you know, you don't get this opportunity a whole lot of times.
Right.
And then it's kind of hard. What people don't understand, if you don't have the right judges, good classical beats out almost everything else.
Okay.
So if you have a person sitting there playing Mozart, and you have somebody over here singing and rapping Drake, you know, well, if I got a radio DJ and somebody that's not knowledgeable, they like, oh yeah, that Drake was nice, but they listen to Mozart, they were going, that's nice, I don't really know who, what, or where, you know, but, you know, we're in a category where their hard work, talent, and plus memorizing those pages, you know, pays off for them.
A lot of the news stories centering around youth are centered around negativity, crime, and violence and everything. And because this is such a positive program, do you find that the students that participate, are they coming from all over? Are they in high-risk neighborhoods or at-risk neighborhoods? You know, who are you reaching out to?
Well, we're reaching out to everybody.
Okay.
So if there is a kid that is in grade 9 through 12, you know, we hit the churches. You know, the other members do the churches. We're doing the schools. You know, the thing is, it's a negative press that sells. You know, so these super talented kids at such a young age, like some of our winners, that's a feel-good show.
Right.
You know, nobody's going to want to, you know, sit there and leave their TV on for that. They, you know, it's something that you would have to say, well, I want to see where this guy is in 5 years. Like one of our former winners ended up to, while he was in college at Howard, ended up becoming the downbeat collegiate soloist of the year that now plays with Erykah Badu and a whole bunch of other people now that he's through, you know, out of college and everything else. Well, you would never know about him. You know, you would never know his accolades from younger years. And I say younger years, even though he's like 27 now, but, you know, because that's not important to anybody. You can't, you know, nobody's going to buy a newspaper or anything to read about him. You know, so we run into stuff like that, and we try to promote the other side. We got lots of great and talented kids in the county, and that's part of the thing that the talent hunt, which was established, you know, in the late 40s, early 50s in North Carolina and South Carolina, and like I said, it's in every chapter, you know, in that we have in the organization, and that's something that we try to promote because that's something that's not happening.
Okay.
And, you know, even though there's other organizations that do the same thing, but they still have that other element of commercial contemporary. So
within the competition, is there an opportunity where, I guess, part of the competition has to travel? Like, do they travel? And has Gamma Pi's chapter, I guess, are the different chapters competing against each other in this? Is this a...
Yes and no. The students actually are, once again. It's always great to have a first place winner when we go to the district and somebody to win the district and then also make it to national. And one of the things that also comes with that is that we support that because we financially pay for that.
Okay.
So if you win locally, we pay for you to go to the district.
Okay.
If you win district-wise, we'll pay for you to go to national. And national, like, we just left Vegas. You know, in 2018, it's going to be in New Orleans.
Right.
You know, so it's constantly moving.
So the competitions go where your national conference is.
Right.
Okay, that's an awesome opportunity.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And especially when it doesn't cost you anything.
No,
Right.
no, yes.
That makes it even better.
Yes, yeah. I want to know what category Gerald Levert won.
Well, you know, they were vocal categories.
And are there others, you know,
Well, you know,
familiar names that you and I would recognize?
Wow, there are. And the thing is, because you would have to actually search each individual chapter and then, you know, start looking. And as you start talking to people, you start finding out, like, oh, yeah, you did a Mega Talent Hunt. And that's how I knew about the young man that's playing for Erykah Badu and a couple of other famous stars, because you'll be talking to them and they were like, oh yeah, you know, oh, you're cute, yeah, you know, I won the All Talent Hunt back when I was in school.
Wow.
And you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you just try to remember and go with those names, but you know, after a while it's like it slides out and you wait on the next one.
Yeah, well, this sounds like a really awesome program. I love programs like these. It feels like it empowers our youth. You know, like you said, it's a feel-good mechanism for them when they advance and go on to the next level. I love stuff like this, and I'm so glad that we have an organization like that, along with others that are doing great things like this in the community. So, William.
And it's also fun working with the program and those kids too, because they come in and they're usually like a little nervous and they want to hear the other people, and you know, it's fun working with them.
Yeah. Well, William Lloyd, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Yep. It was really good talking to you, and hopefully we'll have you back on the show sometime soon, okay?
All right.
All right. Don't go away, because we will be back with another guest to talk more about the Gamma Pi Talent Hunt. My next guest might just be the next Branford Marcellus right here in Prince George's County. This year's Talent Hunt first place winner in Jazz Contemporary, Langston Hughes II. So happy to have you here on the show today.
So happy to be here.
So can you just tell us what made you want to get into the Talent Hunt competition this year?
Well, I wanted to get into the Talent Hunt to kind of put myself in a competitive state of where I can see the other talents that's around me in my area in Prince George's County, and in order to see how they are, so I can encourage myself to do better and allow myself to be the best that I can be in what I do.
Okay. And what was your performance in the competition for this year?
Well, this year I performed Eddie's Blues by Phil Woods. He's a famous jazz and blues saxophone player. And yeah, the piece is really bluesy, but it's a jazz piece, but it has a blues kind of feel to it.
Okay, okay, wow. What are you familiar with his music? A lot of his music?
Well, not really. I played that song, and then I started looking at some of his other songs.
Okay, okay. winning a competition must feel so great. What did it mean to you?
Well, to me, it kind of encouraged me to, you know, kind of go out there more and try to put myself out in better situations, not better, but more situations, of course. And then, yeah.
Okay. So what's on the horizon for Langston Hughes II? What are your future plans right now?
Well, if I don't choose to go into music in the future, which, you know, I'm kind of indecisive right now, but if I don't choose, I feel like music will always be like, even if I don't go into it as a field, I feel like it's always going to be tapping on my shoulder, kind of keeping it in the background, like I can't stay away from it.
Sure.
Like it's always, like I'm always going to want to play music. So even if I don't go into it, I'm probably going to, you know, still play, of course, and try to help kids who was once like me, and, you know, try to help them to fulfill their dreams of whatever they want to do.
Do you want to go to college?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay, good. What kind of career do you think you might want to pursue?
Between music, business, and engineering at the moment.
Okay, all right. And what role is your musical talents today going to play in your life going forward?
Well, like I said before, I'm probably going to help other kids and help them to do what they want to do if I don't choose to actually go into music.
Okay. And do you have any advice for other students who might want to enter the competition for next year?
Well, yeah. Never underestimate anyone, because when I went into competition, I'm thinking, oh, this is about to be easy, and then when I get there, I see all these other talented, you know, kids who probably been practicing longer and who's been playing longer than you. So just, you know, never underestimate anybody, and get out there. You know, don't think twice, just try it, because you never know what can happen.
Oh, that's such good advice. Langston, thank you so much for being on the show
Thank you.
today. And we are out of time, but I want to say thank you again to our guests, Brian Long, William Lloyd, and Langston Hughes II. And that's our show for today. Thank you for tuning in to Community Uplift. For more information about the show or Gamma Pi's Talent Hunt program, you can visit GammaPi.org. Gamma Pi is also on Twitter at Gamma Pi Qs, and on Facebook, Gamma Pi Chapter. And the YouTube channel is Gamma Pi Chapter as well. Thank you again for watching. I'm Denise Roberts, your host, and now Langston is going to take us out with the piece that led him to the win in his category, Eddie's Blues.
2.